To get the best out of the bush capital, you've got to wait until after dark.
It's likely we'll see some redneck wallabies. This guy over here.
We're taking a walk on the wild side at Mulligan's Flat Sanctuary, a living science experiment in Canberra's north. There are no feral pests here. All the cats, foxes and rabbits have long since been flushed out, and nature is rapidly rebounding.
Oh yeah, look at those fellas.
This is the key to Mulligan's success, an electrified fence that encircles the 1,200 hectare sanctuary, offering predator-proof protection to species that just wouldn't survive outside, like Bettongs, which were reintroduced here after decades of local extinction. And Mulligan's has made a name for itself as the best place to spot an echidna, often seen snout deep in an ant's nest. Broom's a bit of self-defence, is it?
Oh, maybe, in theory.
But Mulligan's Flat is about to get a new player in the Hunger Games.
It's time to go for something bigger with an apex predator, and the spotted-tailed quoll gives us that opportunity to trial the reintroduction of an apex predator and see what the impact is across the ecosystem.
Eastern quolls have been on the loose here for several years, but meet their bigger, hungrier cousins. These spotted tail or tiger quolls are about to become top of the food chain, and just about everything will be on the menu.
I think the biggest question with bringing in a big apex predator is, will they eat all of the bettongs? And I highly doubt that 2 males will eat 120 bettongs inside Mulligan's Flat. But yeah, we definitely think that they're going to mop up the young ones, the sick ones, potentially the older ones.
They might look harmless enough, but keep your hands to yourself.
They're related to Tassie devils, so they've got rather large teeth. Yeah, I think, you know, if you cornered one, you probably wouldn't fare very well.
And it's super exciting just to see what might happen here. I think there's probably a few possums that might be looking over their shoulder.
Spotted-tailed quolls haven't been seen in this bushland for decades, and welcoming them back to country is a big deal. But while it's one thing to experiment behind the safety of an electric fence, how will all this science translate into the real world?
There is absolutely a vision that we would like to see some of these species outside the sanctuary fences, but we need to do that through experimentation and research and taking risks, which is actually a really important part of the research project.
They've tried before to release bettongs back into the wild, and while there were glimmers of hope,
maybe 3 or 4 week old pouch young.
Oh wow. They were eventually picked off by foxes and cats. And that's why it's important for Mulligan's Flat to have its own apex predator to help breed a more streetwise bettong.
But that's ultimately going to make our bettong population a bit more predator savvy because they've had no predator for almost 10 years now.
So what was a safe haven is about to become survival of the fittest. But ecologists are keeping their eye on the end goal.
It's my dream to be able to show my kids quolls and other animals on Mount Majura or Black Mountain. It's something I didn't get to experience as a kid, and I'd love for my children to be able to see that sometime in the future.
For now, though, the action after dark is about to heat up. Craig Allen, ABC News, Mulligan's Flat.